You're listening to the Outstanding Life Podcast with your host, Johnny D, the motivational cowboy. As a motivational speaker, Johnny D impacts audiences around the world with his message of living the outstanding life. He's a best-selling author, MC, and two-time Grammy-considered artist. This podcast is a place where Johnny D can introduce you to his outstanding friends and share funny, interesting, and heart-provoking stories. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. Here comes your host, Johnny D.
Hey everybody, I'm Johnny D, the motivational cowboy. Welcome to this week's Outstanding Life podcast. Today, we have a few Derby girls. That's right, I said Derby girls in the house with me. But before we do, I was talking to my friend Bill. You guys have heard him on the show before. And Bill, you have a great story about how you found out about Derby.
Absolutely. And you guys are in for a great show. This is going to be fun today. So do I get to sing yet? I'm like 20 episodes in, I don't get to sing yet. So anyway, long time ago, when I was growing up, we lived with my grandparents for a while. And my grandma and I didn't really get along. And, one day I noticed she had this little black and white TV. And she's just like screaming and yelling at the TV. And I go in and it's like she's watching roller derby. And so after a little while, I just got like sucked right into this whole deal. And this is like classic old school. They're jamming each other with the elbows and throwing each other over the railings and kicking each other. I'm like, I'd never seen anything like it before. So anyway, I've been a fan ever since. And so I'm looking forward to this show. I think once you get to know these guys, I think this will probably be one of your best shows.
So you're a fan then of Derby. So we are going to kick things off. And I want you guys to go ahead and say your names, your Derby name, and how long you've been playing. And I'm going to start with my daughter. So Jessa, go ahead.
All right. My name's Jessa Dmytryszyn, Derby name Jessa Bit Psycho. I've been playing for 10 years.
My name is Michelle Mashinsky. My Derby name is Dmytryszyn, and I've been playing for 6 years.
My name is Nikki LeBute. My Derby name is Booty LeBrute, and I will be playing for 10 years in September.
My name's Melissa Mekas. Derby name Four Leaf Clobber, and I've been playing for 10 years.
So I'm just going to, I was going to wait till later on to talk about this, but your names are so unique in Derby. Like you literally, 10 years ago, you literally had to come up with a name. Clobber, I'm going to start with you. Why is your name Four Leaf Clobber? And how did you come up with it?
Well, I asked a lot of friends what they thought and things they knew about me. And I'm Irish, so we came up with Four Leaf Clobber.
Now, I'm just curious, is it because you just like to beat the heck out of people? Is that really why?
Also very true.
Jessa, how about you?
Well, at the time, I was in grad school in a psychology program. And I guess I remember putting out like a couple different names like on Facebook for people to be like, oh, which one? I was like, which one should I choose? And somebody came up with that one and I liked it. So that's it.
Mitch be tripping?
So my nickname...
I can't wait to hear this.
My nickname is Mitch. It stems from my friends being too drunk to say Michelle, and it just came out Mitchell. So it got shortened to Mitch, and so I just wanted to use a play off of Mitch. So
and Booty, dare do I ask?
Well, so my last name is LeBute. And all throughout middle school and high school, it was always Nikki LeBooty or Nikki LeBrute. I am also blessed with a larger bottom half. So it just kind of worked out as Booty LeBrute.
So when it comes to Derby or even life, would you rather be called your real name or your Derby name? Because I got to be honest with you. I didn't even know some of your real names. I know you by your Derby names. Girls, who wants to take that one?
I get somewhat weirded out when people actually use my first name, Melissa, and we'll be out and about and I'll go to sign a tab or something and everybody says, oh my gosh, that's your name? I forgot, because I usually always just go by Clobber.
Jessa, how about you? You're a psychologist, so how does that go?
Well, Unfortunately, sometimes in Derby, you don't get to choose what people call you, even when you do make up a Derby name. So nobody really says my full name. It's kind of long, my Derby name. People just call me Jessa, which is my actual name. So it's kind of boring. But we've had other players on our team who their given Derby name by everybody else is not even close to what they chose. So just because you pick one doesn't mean it's yours forever.
Clobber, I'm going to ask you this. I'll kick this off with you. How did you first get involved with roller derby and why?
So I saw a woman skating down my streets, doing a lot of laps with pads and everything on. At the time I was playing hockey, and I'm old, for those of you that don't know that. And old lady hockey, you can't hit people. So I stopped and talked to her to see what she was doing. And she said she plays roller derby. They have a boot camp coming up. And I said, well, that's better than hockey because I can hit people. So that's how I started.
Girls, how about you? Anybody?
I always was kind of interested in it, and a girl I knew from high school played, and she only played for the dolls. She played with the dolls, the league that we play for just a little bit, and I reached out to her, and she kind of never got back to me, and then a friend of mine found one of their flyers at like a party store and was like, hey, I remember you saying you wanted to play roller derby. They're having a thing. Go sign up. And I did. It was like 3 days later.
Booty, how about you? How'd you find out?
Mine was the same, like yours. It was somebody that I went to high school with, played for a league out of Monroe. And she had said they were having like an open recruit. And she was like, listen, if there's anybody that I know that would fit in with this crowd, like it would be you. And at the time, all I did was work. And I have 2 kids and was working kids. And I needed something for me and one practice. And I went and dropped $500 at the skate shop. Like, that's it. Sign me up. Done. Yeah.
Jessa, now yours was a little bit different. Tell everybody how and why you started Derby.
So I originally saw a Derby game back when I was 19, and I got free tickets to a Detroit Derby show or bout, whatever, through Big Brother, Big Sister. So me and my little went to go see a bout, and I thought it was really cool, but I was in college at the time. I didn't know there was even leagues around. So 2 years later, I saw the Downriver Roller Dolls, who I play for now, at a street fair. I was too shy and nervous to go talk to anybody at the booth, but I picked up a flyer and I just showed up at their practice the next week. So,
and beforehand, what did you do?
Okay, so the reason I thought maybe I would like Derby is I wasn't a figure skater for 14 years. Also, Mitch was also a figure skater. So I thought, skating can't be that hard to pick up. I've never been in like a contact sport, so that was new, but I definitely like it a lot. I think it would have been great to have it as a kid.
I'm going to ask whoever wants to answer this. What was it like for you showing up at the first practice? If you've never done it before, because it isn't very intimidating. I mean, you guys are intimidating. Tattoos, you know what I mean?
I didn't have all these at first.
Yeah, right. But what was it like for you guys showing up at your first practice? Were you scared?
So I actually attended the first boot camp that the league had. And I wouldn't say I was scared. I was very excited, but I happened to know someone. It was actually my daughter's gymnastics coach that was going there as well. So it was nice to, get there, know someone, and then move on from there. But I wouldn't say nervous, more excited.
Nervous.
More excited.
I also did a boot camp, and there was a lot of people in my boot camp, maybe like 20 girls.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was huge. And then the friend that brought me the flyer she did the boot camp with me. She doesn't skate anymore, but there was just too many people, I think, for me to be nervous that the attention was going to be all on me.
Were you guys scared that you weren't going to be good?
No.
Because Jessa, I know
Not at all. Not at all.
Yes.
Because I mean,
Can't relate.
I was there for Jessa's, first couple, and I mean, you were great on ice, but on quads, you were like, oh my gosh, what do I even do? It didn't take you long, but isn't that now that you guys have been playing for 10 years almost? Isn't that awesome to see girls coming on, to the rink because I've seen them that can't even skate a year later. They're jamming for you guys. Do you guys have a most memorable moment in your skating career so far?
So we were playing a team, and there was this amazing blocker on the team, and she was so great, and no one could get through her. And she was just all around amazing. And she had looked the other way and she was moving forward and she looked the other way. So I shouldered her and she fell completely freaking backwards. And I was the happiest person in the world because I'm not a huge girl and I took this big girl just out. Now, mind you, the rest of the game, she attempted to kill me. So it kind of sucks because she literally just chased me around to kill me. But that was my proudest moment when I took this amazing player out.
Were you like brand new in the sport when that happened?
I would say it was about a year and a half after I started.
Could you describe the physicality of it? Like, were you surprised, or did you actually want more physicality?
Oh, more, 110% more, all the time, more.
Anybody else?
I have one. Memorable for me, maybe not good. I did get ejected from a game in Ohio. So that happens. You get 6 penalties, your 7th one you're out, but also you can get ejected, which means you may not have had any penalties, but you get one that's really bad and you get thrown out of the game.
I've done both.
Bill, hang on. Bill, I know you want to say something, but so do I. But Jessa, I have to ask you, was it just bad reffing?
Yes, 100%. Bad refs.
It's
Yes, it
always
was.
bad roughing.
Yes, it was.
We love our refs. Then we like that there's people that help us for free, pretty much. But I'm not gonna lie, it was bad reffing.
Well, isn't that just good for your street cred to get thrown out?
Well, that's why I bring it up. Like, I mean, was it a bad thing? I guess, but also sounds pretty cool.
I mean, I say I get ejected all the time, but I go in the locker room and cry about it. So,
So you're tough when you're out there.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, you're crying. I love that. So I just want to ask. I played hockey for years growing up. I was a goalie though. I didn't get a chance to hit anybody. Girls, for everybody listening right now that can't legally go and hit anybody,
Join Derby.
what is it like?
Join Derby.
What is it like for you guys?
therapeutic.
Is it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, those of you that can't see these 4 ladies right now, they're all shaking their head. Yeah, yeah. But let me ask you this. Let me reverse it. What is it like to get clocked, to be that other person?
But honestly, if it's good, I'm like,
It's just as amazing. Right. Yeah, someone puts a good hit on you and you congratulate them. Like, wow, that was amazing. You knocked me on my butt really far. Like, great job.
For the people listening right now that says, this is a lot of fun, can one of you describe Derby? How many people are actually on the track? How many people play?
So there's 10 people. There will be 5 from each team. You have 4 blockers for each team and a jammer for each team. So then I do it with my hands, if you could see it, right? So you have your 4 finger. Well, that's why I'm describing it, Hercules. So you got your 4 fingers and your thumbs. Your jammers are your thumbs. So your right-handed jammer has to get through your left-handed fingers that are the blockers for them to be able to like start scoring points. And you just do your best to keep the jammers behind you, because that's what you don't want to do, is let them have your point. So you hit each other a lot.
They score a point by passing your hip.
So what's the most points you've ever had in a game for you guys?
300 something?
No, we beat that one team
Yeah,
4 something.
we've been up to 4 something in a game.
No kidding. Have you
Bleep
ever got that many scored on you?
Yes. Pretty much every year we play a team that literally wipes our butts. Every year.
Would you rather play
great time.
a team and actually have to work hard to get those points, or go out there and just cream somebody?
100% work hard. Creaming someone is not fun.
It's
and
boring.
you don't play a
not fun
good
to
game.
watch.
When you're beating someone that bad, you don't yourself play a good game. So you need a team that's challenging you, whether they're beating you or not, to know what you are.
Ladies, can you describe the physical and mental challenges that come with playing roller derby?
I mean, it's physically hard. I mean, you're on skates for hours and doing all kinds of weird movements that your body is not used to doing. And mentally, it's just, you just want to be as best as you can for your team. And sometimes when you're not, either it's like physically performing or your attitude's bad. So you just, you get down on yourself because you're not being the best you can.
Mitch, let me ask you this then. How do you get out of that bad mental spot? Is it one of the other girls that come over there and kick you in the butt and say, "Hey, listen, get out of your funk. Like we got a job to do here."
I think, yeah, like a lot of time mine's negative. I just get like just annoyed at practice about something, and one of the teammates will be like, hey, let's just get through this practice thing that we're doing or whatever. And usually for me, that's it. Some people you got to leave them alone. Just leave them alone and let them be grumpy, and then we'll try it again next time.
Everybody's pointing at Booty right now.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say we have grumpy people at practice. I didn't know.
Yeah, sometimes I get into a funk and it's just better for me just because I think the way that my personality is, I can either bring the entire team up or I can bring them down. And so it's easier for me to just kind of like, okay, I'm going to skate away. Like, was it 2-3 weeks ago, I got tripped and I landed on a skate and I ended up with a bruise like the size of a dinner plate on my leg, and it was black for like 2 weeks. And when I fell and it hit, I was like, oh, this hurts so good. So I literally I skated away so that I wasn't a jerk. You know what I mean? I was, and like they had said like, oh, you know, so-and-so wanted to come and like see if you were okay. And they were like, you know, maybe not. Like she did that for a reason. Like she didn't say bye. She just leave her alone. She'll come back when she's ready.
What's it like when you have a bad day at work, or maybe your kid's acting up, and you get to go to a bout? Do you guys literally take your anger out on the other team? I mean, not physically. I mean, I know it's physical, but you know what I'm saying.
My job's not that serious. So like, I don't think I ever really get like mad enough at work that I'm going to take it out at practice.
I don't have a job and my kid's pretty much perfect.
Wow.
But
remind them that your kid is also like me. So
that's the worst thing in the world. But I don't want any of the team members to come there and be upset about something else. Like that doesn't play a good game. I get that you get to take out aggressions and you're mad and, you know, it might help, but it plays a bad game. Like you need to have a clear head. You need to be there for the game, and that's it. So you need to stop thinking about your kids, stop thinking about your job, and just move the heck on.
Yeah, I would say I don't let the other stuff really play into what's happening at practice or at games or whatever. It's actually good to go there and forget about that stuff. I don't. Yeah, a distraction almost. But
Well, you have to, because there's a lot going on. I mean, you could physically get hurt. I mean, just like Booty, you just said, I mean, hey, I showed up, you know, with a huge bruise on my rear end. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to be in the game. You can't be half butt in the game. Right. You know what I mean? How do you guys prepare for a game or a tournament? Oh, do you have any like pre-game rituals or, you know, stuff like that?
Mine is just my pants until about 11 a.m. And then I take Imodium and hope for the best. And that's really it.
So wait a second. Mitch, you're telling me that you stop eating at 11 a.m. before?
Oh, no. I never stop eating. I'm just saying that like my stomach is doing flips. Stop. And then I just take Imodium.
Pre-game ritual.
Nervous poops.
Is going nervous poop.
Nervous poops. A lot of people have nervous poops.
Yeah.
Everybody poops.
So
yeah, everybody does poop, but that's...
Speaking of poop,
I wasn't expecting this coming up for a pre-race. Or, you know, not pre-race, but pre-derby game.
Do you watch... If you're if you bet on horses and you're really bad at it, you just pick the one that poops last because he should be lighter. So like I poop before a game because I figure I'm going to be lighter.
Yeah, you poop more.
I think it works.
Oh. I was going to say, I guess I'm the only one. I do not get nervous poops, but I do have a pregame ritual. I call it my game witch. I stop at Subway and I get a foot-long BMT, and
she's not getting paid for that.
We'll do.
Not sponsored.
All right. Oh yeah. Sorry. We'll do our warm up, and I will sit like on the floor next to our bench after that and eat my Subway literally like minutes before the game starts.
Super smells like onions.
Yeah, reeks like onions.
Bad.
Yep.
Now, Mitch, you said that you like to eat a lot of garlic the night before. Now, I'm just wondering, do you eat that so everybody stays away from you?
No, my gear smells bad enough, so I don't really need the garlic to come off my body. But I do eat. We practice on Thursday, and like every Thursday I'd get Mediterranean food. Like not even on purpose. Well, kind of.
Speaking
but like
of things you shouldn't do.
Yeah, just like I don't know. I just don't care. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's bad.
Okay. I wasn't expecting any of that, you know, Bill, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, it should be like we exercise, we stretch, we drink a lot of water, we have a protein shake. No, they don't do any of that
Garlic
crap.
paste.
Well, I do all those things.
The bathrooms are just packed full of girls.
Just poop. It's fine. You'll be good.
What are some of the common misconceptions about roller derby?
We don't rollerblade.
We skate on quads. There's no ball. We're not all biker chicks.
You can't elbow people.
You cannot punch people in the face. I know
Legally.
it would be fun. but
Legally, you can't punch
you
people
will
in the
get
face.
ejected from the game.
If you hit somebody in the face and it looks like it may have been intentional, you will be thrown out of the game. Like Jessa said, it doesn't matter how many penalties you have. You could have 0. And if it looks like you hauled off and punched somebody in the face, you are done. Get out.
Even if you didn't mean it.
Right. If it's an accident. I mean, I got my derby wife, this one sitting right next to me yesterday. She was on my team, and not only she punched me in the face, and then she kicked me in the shin.
No, you were playing offense on us. We were not skating together.
Yeah.
Yes. And you deserved it.
So that was actually one of my favorite parts was the hitting. So how much less hitting is there now than like way back in the 70s and stuff?
I wouldn't say it's less hitting. It's just a different type of hitting. Back in the 70s, they need to keep going around and around and around and moving forward. Now we've gotten to more of we can slow people down. So we're still hitting. We're just not moving as fast.
Okay, so now on the physicality thing again, now I was obsessed with the hitting part, but what I love now, explain a little bit about like the jammers and the speed. I love the grace of like once they get through that line. And it's like, the jammers are cool.
Well, so the jammers need to get through that line and take off fast. The problem is getting through that line, and it's pretty tough. They are really pushing against 4 other people that are stopping them. So without offense, I mean, you're really tired. It's not an easy
tiring.
task.
Yeah, I think people don't realize there's a lot of that goes into the sport. There's a lot of strategy. It's not just like us on skates,
Right. And
like
can
bashing
we-
into each other. It's
Can
a
we
lot
talk
of strategy.
about how jammers are like, what do I want to say? They're like the lead singer of the band. Like people are always like, oh, the jammers, right?
But you wouldn't be anything without your backup singers. So.
You need
This is a room full of blockers.
Last game we
might be a
saw
little
that.
But that is true. It's a team sport.
It's a team sport for sure.
You win as a team, you lose as a team, and it's tough. We talked about the misconceptions of people and stuff like that. But I've been around for 10 years as a father. There is the ladies, there's a lot going on. There's school teachers. There's there's police officers. There's all kinds of different ladies out there in jobs.
I was gonna say that's probably my favorite thing. I would have never met these other women in here are some of my best friends, and I would have never met them if it wasn't for roller derby. So I'm a steam fitter out of local 636, and you.
I work for Rocket Mortgage.
Well, I'm a psychologist.
I have no job.
But you did.
So
My job is no
Your
job.
job is you're a great mother.
My-
That's what it is.
My degree is criminal justice, and I did 13 years of juvenile detention.
Oh, wow. Boy, I didn't see that. Wink, wink.
Yeah, there's a lot of different kinds of people. I feel like a lot of these people I probably would have never talked to if it wasn't for derby. So yeah, it brings a lot of different people together.
Do you, like when you're playing about in the other team, I know you're out there and you want to kick their butt, but what is it like after the game?
Oh, that's the
Huge
fun
party.
part. Fun part.
Lots of beer, lots of alcohol.
So even
Like
if we
wrestling.
lose the game, we have to win the after party. We
a
we
rule.
always
There'll be
win the after
timeouts
party.
on the track where we're sitting there like, hey, you guys going to the after party? Anybody want beer? Like, just
the other
talking to the
team.
other team.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen anybody get like really badly hurt?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Broken bones.
What do you mean bad?
Broken bones? I mean, we've seen a lot of those.
No one died.
Well, no,
Okay.
but at every bout, there is an ambulance there.
Well, there has to be. Yeah.
Okay.
They have to have a medic.
So what are some of the things you've ladies seen people get hurt? Like Jessa just said broken bones. Have you literally seen a bone coming through someone's?
Yeah.
Really?
Seen it.
Compound fractures. No.
4 broken legs?
I think the worst for me is when Claire's knee bent the wrong way.
Oh.
That was pretty gnarly. It was gross. And then she continued to play.
Yeah, she does
Really?
that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. What advice would you give someone that is interested in trying out for roller derby?
Do it.
Just do it.
Now, okay, but what if someone says, well, that sounds like fun. It sounds like these girls are having fun, but I've never done it before.
Who cares?
We'll show
Most
you
of
how.
us started and never did it. Like, people don't grow up on roller. Well, now they are. We do have junior leagues. We do have junior leagues now, but most of the time, people didn't grow up on roller derby. So it's just something new. You get in there and you do it. And everybody can do it.
Yeah, people, leagues will teach you how to roller skate. So even if you don't know how to roller skate, even if you were never an athlete, we have tons of people who never played any sports and they're playing roller derby now. So
now, how expensive is it? Now, if somebody says, hey, listen, it's going to do you guys have extra equipment that somebody can come and try it first?
For our boot camps, yes, we do. We usually have a huge bin of extra stuff that people can try out so they don't have to purchase stuff right away. But in the end, once you start getting into it, and you will, once you start, you want to do more of it, you will spend money.
yeah,
Because good skates are expensive.
Now, what's expensive? Just for the people listening.
$500.
$600.
My skates are $650.
Okay. And then what about, you got a helmet, you got pads?
Yeah, you got all that. It's probably $200 altogether for the pads and stuff.
the pads, yeah.
Yeah,
So you're looking at almost $1,000 to get.
But it's that much fun.
it is.
Yeah,
and
no.
they will.
And you have to
they
pay
last.
dues every month. We pay to do
We
this
do
every
pay.
month.
We do pay to do this every month, and we run our own. So all of us are actually on the board for our league, on the board of directors. So we do extra work aside from just playing roller derby. The league only runs because we run it. So
And this is a flat track. This isn't a
Right.
track that it's has an embankment, right?
right.
So everything's flat. How has roller derby impacted your personal and professional life? I mean, Booty, you were just talking about, hey, listen, these girls probably wouldn't be my friends right now. So, but how is that for you? How has it been, professionally and in your personal life?
Well, so you brought it up earlier about, derby names and stuff like that. And I work with all dudes. I mean, I work with a handful of women or females, whatever. But it actually was one of Mitch's husband's coworkers, whatever. He turned around and he found out that my derby name was Booty. And we were having a shutdown at a steel mill. And there's 60 guys in this trailer. And he walked in and he goes, Booty! And so, of course, I'm the only female in the trailer. All 60 dudes turned and looked at me. And I was like, oh, boy, here we go. Because they all knew that I played derby. And that's one of the things, I'll try and stray away from telling the guys that I work with what my derby name is. Because they're like, oh, and they're gross. But because dudes are gross most of the time. But I mean, my personal life, I only have 2 other friends that I hang out with regularly outside of derby people. This has become my group of people. Professionally, I wouldn't think that it's really helped me any. They just yell at me because I busted my knee and I have a very physical job. They're like, you're still playing? I was like, well, yeah. I'm going to keep playing till I can't skate anymore, but it is what it is.
Let's try to make her feel more at home. Booty, booty, booty.
What is it like for you guys, to have neighbors come up and say, hey, we want to come watch you? Or people that you were like, I didn't want to say nothing. Now they want to come watch and they bring their families and
Anybody that pays to get in is welcome.
Yeah, I love when people come to our games.
It's good to have people watching because, what's the point of hosting a public game if nobody's going to come watch?
I just need the people at work to know. I can take you out if I want to.
I want you to see this so don't mess with me.
Well, Jessa, what is it like for you? Because people can't see that you have tattoos and stuff like that because of what you do for a living. So what is it like when you have moms and dads or even kids when they find out that you're a derby girl?
Honestly, with the people that I work with, I feel like they connect with me better than they probably do with other professionals in my area of work because they can relate to me more because I do have tattoos and I do this cool sport that doesn't sound like a psychologist would do it. So when I have, I don't really give a lot of information about myself to patients or anything or clients, but when we do have a conversation about it, they think it's pretty cool. And I think, they're more willing to open up to me afterwards. So
how do you guys balance training for roller derby and other responsibilities such as work and family? Because, you guys are practicing twice a week. You derby at least once or twice a month. There's a lot going on here. It takes a lot of time to have a family, work, and derby. How do you guys do it?
I don't think there's a day that goes by that I don't do something for the league. Every day I have something
Right.
that I'm supposed to do or need to do. but it's just my husband, and my son is an adult. So like I don't have too many responsibilities at home. So for me, it's not too much of a struggle, but you definitely see some of the other league members who have like larger families and small kids. It's a lot for them because we expect a commitment. If you join and play, you're committed to the team. So it's a lot to juggle.
Mitch, what is it like for your husband to know what you do? He's into it. Yeah. Is he scared of you?
Yeah. Well,
before that,
I mean, he's always been afraid of me, but, no, I mean, he likes it. He comes to all our games if they're like close by, and he supports. He doesn't really like hang out with any of us or anything, but he comes and supports and then goes home.
Clobber, how about you? What does your husband think of you playing derby for 10 years?
Oh, so my husband is my favorite nerd. He likes board games and video games. And so as long as I'm doing something else and he can do that, he's certainly happy. And he was always scared of me.
Talk about opposites attract.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Well, let me just throw this out there, Jessa. You're not married. You've dated. What is it like when
Well, thanks, Dad.
Well,
really, Dad? Put that out there.
No, but wait a second. When you're single and you're going on a date and you tell somebody that that you play derby, what is that like?
I don't think I can answer honestly.
No, please do.
Please don't answer honestly. That's your father.
No, actually, please do.
Well, no, I won't say that, but
I need another beer for this.
I think that going on dates, telling people I do derby, they're like initially like, what? Like you do derby? Like that's weird. Like they don't expect me to be a very tough person, I guess, because in your profile pics you post your best pictures, right? You're looking cute, you're pretty. But I also like to beat girls up, so I can beat you up too. So watch out.
That was a total dad question. Come on now. So Jessa, do you have a psychological edge on these guys? Not these guys, but like on the other team.
Reveal my secret.
There's not a whole lot going on here.
Well, I'm just curious now then. I mean, since you guys do any of the girls ever come to you, Jessa, because of what you do and be like, hey, we got to talk? And it's
people
free?
People don't want to talk to me on the team. It's kind of funny. They think I'm intimidating. What are you about to say? Oh, yeah.
We tried to come for meds, but you can't prescribe them yet.
They do ask me for medication, but I have to remind them I'm a psychologist, not a psychiatrist. I cannot give you medication.
Rude.
Get your own Adderalls.
It's just a little more school. Come on.
What's your favorite thing about derby, ladies?
Oh, my teammates, 100%.
After party, 100%.
Oh, rude. Just kidding.
Yeah.
We're at the after party.
Well, definitely the people that I've met, the friendships I've made, the self-confidence that I've gained. Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
You guys do a lot for the community as well. You guys are always doing a fundraiser, or if it's for you guys, talk about some of the things you do outside of the skating rink.
Well, we had to put a lot of things on hold from COVID, and we haven't really got back into the swing of doing tons of like community like volunteering. But we do like during our bouts, we had a nonprofit come in for our last game called Suck It Suicide, where they raise money to help families that are dealing with suicide loss. So they were able to sell their merchandise, and usually profit of the door sales goes to those charities. We've done Pretty for Pities before.
Mm-hmm. We always pick a charity when we host bouts. We've also volunteered at a couple places, like walking dogs at animal shelters, things like that.
Well, you guys have done a lot of cool things to raise money. Like I know
for
you guys,
ourselves, yeah.
Yeah, for yourselves. Like you guys just had a big, what was it?
A lip sync battle.
Yeah. Who won that?
I did. Yeah. It was me.
No question.
No. So what has been like, that was a great party. You know what I mean?
It was so fun.
So what are some of your favorite things outside? Like
outside
you said,
of playing?
Yeah.
I mean, really just like the get-togethers we have, and traveling for derby is fun.
So what is that like? Do you guys like bunk up with 3, 4, 5 girls?
So it's 4 to a room if they want
That's
the league to pay.
That's gotta be interesting.
So it's 4 to a room if they want the league to pay, and it's literally a disaster.
I can't sleep in the same room with Jessa because she has a white noise machine.
I have to pretend to captain, and they are so awful. It's bad.
So, Clobber, you're the captain.
Yes.
So, what is it like for you to have all these different personalities? I mean, that's got to be tougher than your marriage.
Like herding
It's
cats.
trying to take a camel to water that won't go, but he paid for that freaking water, but he still won't go. Like, he just still won't go. That's what it feels like.
So, you do have a problem people showing up then?
Yeah, no, I mean, we have some attendance problems and things like that, but
Everybody
adults.
does, though.
Everybody's
Yeah.
adults. Most of the team is very respectful, and they want to do better. They want to try. So, yes, everybody has their little things here and there, but it's a lot of good people.
You guys ever go on trips together, like not doing derby?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
You're talking to the right group.
Right.
It's usually us four plus another one of our teammates who's not here. That we go on a girls trip together
Every year.
It's been
Traverse
3 years,
City.
4 years.
Last 3 years.
Traverse City, whitewater rafting.
Yeah, West Virginia.
New Orleans.
Virginia.
Yep,
and
New Orleans last year.
We got
Oh
tattoos.
yeah,
all
we all
types
have
of tattoos.
tattoos from our trips.
We have meat cleavers.
Nice. Nice. Well, it doesn't matter. They can't see him anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, when we go on our girls trip, we let the trip tell us
What the tattoo will
is
be.
going to be, and then we just all get the same tattoo.
Oh, wow. Okay. How long can a skater be a player? Now, I asked this because I've seen 18-year-old girls out there, and I've seen some ladies out there that are older than I am. Mm-hmm. So what is the age of skaters? And how long can they?
No rule.
Can they,
Doesn't exist.
really?
Yeah, you start at 18, you can play as long as you want.
What's the oldest lady you've seen out there?
Seen out there, probably in her 60s, I think.
60s is oldest ladies. There's a man that plays on a men's team that I believe is in his 70s.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it just depends on where you're at and how physical you can be.
Anybody ever been laid out by a geriatric skater?
Clobber.
All right. Someone bleep this out.
I had to.
They're just calling me old. It's not nice.
Can everybody be a jammer?
Yes.
I
Yes.
can-
Everybody can be a jammer. You have
Can
to
everyone
put in
be
the
a
effort,
good
and you have
jammer?
to have a different skill set than being a blocker.
And here's the thing, not everybody can be a blocker, I don't think, because it takes
110% cannot.
It takes more mental work to be a blocker than it does to be a jammer.
Well, when you're a jammer, do you have some jammers say, hey, listen, I really don't want to be a jammer. I'd rather be a blocker.
All of them.
Really?
Sorry.
Most people don't want
You
to
don't
jam.
have a choice.
At least on my team, most people don't want to jam. But they may not be good at blocking. So you kind of go where you fit.
Yeah, so just real quick. So what's why wouldn't somebody want to be a jammer? Like so say somebody is watching football. It's like a jammer sort of like the running back.
So your jammer is going to have a lot more endurance. It's likely that they'll take a couple more hits than other people, and they're going to be the center of attention.
They're the target.
Yes. And not everybody is ready to be the center of attention.
Right, and you kind of
Got
feel like
it,
it's your
okay.
fault when you don't get points, right? When you're a jammer, so jamming is hard. I do kind of both, but yeah, jamming sucks. It's tiring. People are hitting you constantly. You got 4 people on you all the time. Whereas if you're a blocker, there's not really 4 people.
Well, and you don't
all
have
at
many
once.
holes to actually get through, right? I mean, because obviously a good blocker. So I mean, but
Yeah, a good blocker's not going to leave you that
So
holes.
jammer's only got,
your
like, a
best
little bit
chance
of
is your
space to get through?
offense. So your best chance is another blocker is going to help you out. But it's a very small space. They need to be very agile on their skates and move quickly.
so when you're blocking, what can you do to actually like get somebody out of the way? Like, is there like a special move?
Like
well,
when
you
you're
can
playing
hit
offense?
them. So you can shoulder hit them. You can hit them with your hip. You just can't throw an elbow at them.
So just a good hip check, and then
Yep,
there goes
Check,
your
shoulder check.
Shoulder check, hip check. Yep.
Shoulder right to the rib
Oh,
cage.
the chest is fair game. You can hit them right in the chest, and that
That
sucks.
sucks. It does suck.
When somebody becomes a derby girl, because they have to practice with you guys first. They have to go through the boot camp and everything else. Is there like a test you guys put them through before they become a teammate?
So our governing body, WIFTA, used to have an actual test that everybody had to pass. That was actually canceled during COVID. So there's not a official test. Now, each team will probably still use that type of test to make sure that people are safe, because we want people safe on the track first and foremost.
Well, that test that you're talking about, Clobber, I thought was going to be the easiest thing. And I remember when
I made him do it.
Jessa's like, well, if you think it's so easy,
Why didn't I see that?
I'll even let you, because I used to go practice with her, you know what I mean? Because we'd be the only ones at the rink. And she goes, I'll even let you do it with inline skates. And I think it was like 15.
27 laps in 5 minutes.
That's, yeah. And I
Grueling.
thought, that doesn't sound like a lot, right? And I got about 20 into it and I started puking because, I didn't. So I was so determined. I'm like, okay, a week from now, I'm going to do it again. And I finally did it. But it is tough. Like, people don't realize what you women go through in Derby. And it's a couple times a week. So it's got to be great exercise. Do you guys exercise outside of playing Derby?
They better.
Some do and some don't.
I'm like right in the middle. Yes and no.
Yeah, it's everybody's individual choice. We can't force people to, but you're going to be a better player if you're lifting outside, if you're getting that endurance
She's looking
outside.
at you.
Yes,
Well,
I'm
and
looking
you're
at
less
booty.
prone to injury if you're working out.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was just going to say, Booty, that's not fair because your job is so grueling, right?
I let her
hot
slide because of the
outside.
job. I'm one of the few that does get like some sort of pass. I mean, not necessarily a pass, but she's not on me as much to do stuff because I do have a very physical job. And there are days when I walk 100 flights of stairs and it's like, okay, it's the same thing as doing a stair climber for a couple of hours or, lifting stuff and moving stuff around and doing all of that. So I am strong, just not only like naturally because of, I guess, my body type, but also because of what I do for work.
And if somebody's listening right now and they didn't hear what you do for a living, what is it again?
I am a steam fitter,
Yeah.
a local 636.
That's crazy.
Or a pipe fitter.
Something else about Derby is I've heard this before, and if somebody could explain it to me, what is a Derby wife?
Booty is actually my Derby wife. Like, you join a league and you get to know people and then you just find like your person, right? So she's just my person on the league. So we're both, yeah.
Who
That's
proposed
not
to
nice.
who?
She proposed to me.
What did that look like?
Oh, we were hammered at the White Horse.
Shocker.
And I'm pretty sure it was with like a gum wrapper or something. It was makeshift. I don't know.
True
I
Derby
lost
love.
it though, just to let you know. Yeah.
So do you guys know when like this started, like in Derby? Has it always been a thing?
I'm not sure.
Actually, no idea.
No idea.
We also have Derby moms.
And what's a Derby mom then?
They're like your mentor.
We give people, when there's like a larger boot camp, we give people a Derby mom who's like their mentor in Derby. So they can go to them, ask questions, feel comfortable, all that.
So who is Clabber, are you a Derby mom?
I had Donut, who doesn't play anymore.
We miss her.
As my, yes, we miss her very much. But I had her as my Derby daughter. But I never took on another one because I don't like people.
You don't like people.
She likes us. Don't let
I
her
don't
fool
have
you.
a Derby daughter. Strange. Tomorrow's my Derby mom.
Clabber, you were talking about the younger generation getting into Derby. Your daughter played Derby, didn't she?
Yes, she's
still
still
does.
playing.
Still plays.
Yeah, she's still playing.
What is it like for you to watch your daughter go out there as a ninth grader?
Well, I coach her, and she's been playing since she was 8. So since I coached the Motown roller derby team, which is kids 7 through 18, I get to spend that extra time with her, which is amazing. But watching her, you would think you'd be scared, but you're not.
Yeah.
Are you frustrated?
More frustrated, yeah.
So do you work out with your daughter then too?
Oh, God, no. Get a ninth grader to work out. Good luck. I try. Like, we go hiking and stuff, but getting her to work out is impossible. But I
Clabber
do practice with her.
Doesn't hike. She runs.
Speed runs.
She speed runs to the woods.
the trails.
Just so you guys know.
So would you rather go to practice or would you rather work out by yourselves?
Oh, I'd rather go to
Booty
practice.
says practice.
I'm very unmotivated outside of practice. But I get up at 5:30 and, I always come home and take a nap before practice, which is 8:30 to 10:30 at night. So I don't do anything in between that. I would say it depends.
Yeah,
Some
it depends.
practices are focused on more strategy, so we're not moving a lot, so you're not getting a great workout. Whereas other practices are focused on, more endurance and more, muscle building. And those ones I feel like I've worked out and I've done something. But then we throw in a strategy and we're like, wow, I'm just standing here.
In other sports, they watch a lot of video. Do you girls sit together or by yourselves and watch video of, teams that you're going to be playing, or maybe ideas for the next bout coming up, or YouTubing it or anything like that?
I would rather die than watch myself play roller derby.
I watch a lot of roller derby. Like anytime that we have a game, I always hope that it's recorded so I can go back and see if we played well, like, okay, this is what really worked for us or what didn't. Like, oh, you know what? I really need to work on, catching someone on the inside or catching somebody on the outside or having more track awareness is a big thing. I love watching. I will watch other teams too, like not even like people that are out of our league, like, you know what I mean? I enjoy it. I went through and watched a lot of roller derby during COVID because like we didn't have anything else to do. So I watched almost every game, I want to say, on YouTube.
For the people listening right now, how could they go and find you guys? Do you guys have a website? Can they find you on Facebook? How can they follow you? And do you guys have like live feeds of your bouts?
We do have Facebook. We do have a website. I think our website is under construction right now, or if it's not, it should be. Live bouts, since we haven't played a lot of home bouts, we are looking for a home in case anybody's interested. Mm-hmm. What do we need? 1,200 square foot of open space?
12,000?
Sorry.
1,200, yeah.
We'll play here. Sorry, 12,000 square foot of open space.
In the Downriver, Michigan area.
If anybody knows anything in Downriver, that would be wonderful.
We are the Downriver Roller Dolls if you want to look it up on Facebook, Instagram.
And if they wanted to support you, ladies, can they buy merch? Do you guys have merch and stuff like that online?
We will shortly, I think.
Yeah, we don't have an online merch store, but you can always reach out to the league via Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and you can buy directly from us.
What do you guys think sets roller derby apart from other sports and makes it so unique?
Anybody can do it.
Yep, anybody can do it. Also, it's one of the only sports I know of that does offense and defense at the same time.
Wow, yeah, that's right.
Doesn't matter your size, your age. Anybody can do it and anybody can fit in.
Very diverse.
Clobber, Jessa, you're saying that, but there are people listening right now saying to themselves, man, I would love to. I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to skate. I skated when I was a kid, but I'm overweight or I'm too skinny or I'm too this or I'm too that. What do you say? What kind of inspiration can you give the people out there listening saying that, you know what, I can't. There's nothing I can give to my team.
So let's talk about overweight. So people saying, hey, I'm overweight. Yeah, our blockers, you're stopping someone else. It's not a bad thing to be a little overweight and to have that strength. Like we've sat in a bar and said, wow, that girl's got a derby.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I have gone up to people at a bar or wherever I'm in public and I'm like, she has and it would be so good for derby. I've gone up to people for real and been
we
like,
want her to
hey,
play.
You want to play derby? Because you have the butt for it.
Yeah. And
so for the first time, a butt is not a bad thing.
It's a good
it's an
thing.
amazing thing.
And if you're really tiny, that can also be a good thing because jammers who are really tiny are sneaky as hell.
Get through those little holes, move fast. Like it's for anybody.
Jammer or blocker?
Blocker.
That was easy. Playing for fun or playing to win?
Win.
Always win. You never go out there and play for fun.
I think some people do, but
It should be fun, but I play
we
to win.
are all very competitive people in this room.
And I asked that for a reason, right? Clobber, I'm looking at you saying because people, I don't like when people in sports say, well, I'm out there to have fun. Yeah. That's one thing, but if you're going to out there to have fun, winning is fun.
Winning is fun.
But I tell you what, there's nothing more than, just winning.
If I'm going to play something just for fun, I'm going to be drinking while I do it.
Well,
Golf.
or you're going to get hurt doing it, and we kind of talked about that. Speed or agility?
Agility, yes.
This is a good one. Leggings or fishnets?
Leggings.
Colorful or black and white?
Black. It's actually a rule.
Oh, it is.
So our home teams can do whatever you want. You can do fishnets and be crazy, but travel team, you have to wear black leggings. These girls are athletes. They're not.
Now we're
it's a little more
professional.
They're not there to
serious
look
now.
at. They're good and they work hard and they need to be seen as athletes, not as their boobs or whatever they want to hang out.
So if there's somebody out there listening, a lady's like, hey, that sounds like a lot of fun. Are you guys always looking for people to help out? Like if her husband's like, well, I want to get involved, or her boyfriend says, I want to get involved. Are you guys always looking for people, like you just said, track announcers, refs, other things, scorekeepers?
There's on skates work you can do as a ref. There's off skates work you can do as an NSO, which is our non-skating officials. There's just simply being at the games for support, which is always amazing from spouses. But we need refs. We need NSOs. We can't do this without those people volunteering. So bring those boyfriends, bring those husbands, everybody you can, because we need it.
One last thing, and I'm going to wrap it up. Has anything ever got physical after the bout? You guys were just so...
Wait, I got this one.
You guys were so mad at this other team that you guys literally took it out in the parking lot.
Okay, so I got this one. It wasn't actually the other team, but it was at the other team's after party. And some boys, we were walking out, said something. And your daughter goes, oh no, and starts walking back in. And I said, crap, here we go. And I just followed her back in and had her back.
That was the day I got kicked out of the game, too.
Oh, nice.
So, there sometimes is, but
Not with the other team, usually.
Not usually. We play a hard game, we beat each other up, and then we go to the after party. We all have beers and we have fun, and sometimes you ice your leg with your beer or your broken nose with your beer, and you move on.
Yeah, I feel like at least for our team, I've never, none of our skaters have ever been like, F that girl, this or that. I'm going to fight her at the after party, or I don't want to be around her. Even if you get laid out by the same person 10 times in the game, you'll sit next to them at the bar and have a drink. It doesn't.
Sometimes you tell them, you owe me a drink.
Yeah, you
laid
owe me a
out
drink
that
because
much.
I'm broken now.
And they'll buy you a drink.
Any closing remarks from any of you? Because I appreciate you guys coming on the show.
Join Derby. Watch Derby.
Yes, if you're
Join
not
Derby,
in the
it'll
area,
change your life.
if you're in this area, find someone in your area. If you're in this area, please get with the Downriver Roller Dolls. We love new people. But anywhere you can play Derby. So find it.
And it's women only, right? Because my derby name is Speed Bump, and I can definitely take a lot of people out.
There's actually a men's team in Detroit.
If you identify as a woman, you can play women's flat track roller derby with the Downriver Roller Dolls. But there are teams for people who do not identify as a woman. So yeah, no matter who you are, you can join derby. Doesn't matter.
Detroit Riot is a men's team.
That's awesome. Well, ladies, I can't thank you enough for coming on the Outstanding Life podcast, having some fun with us, letting us get to know you guys as well as Derby. And again, how can they find you guys on Facebook and stuff like that? Is it just Downriver Roller Dolls?
Downriver Roller Dolls.
There you go. Or if you're in another state, just go ahead and find your
Google
local
your roller
Look up
derby.
roller derby near me.
Well, again, everybody, I'm Johnny D, the Motivational Cowboy, thanking all of you for joining us on this week's Outstanding Life podcast. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now TikTok at Motivational Cowboy. We'll see you next week right here on the Outstanding Life podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Outstanding Life podcast. Follow Johnny D on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Motivational Cowboy. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the show, advertise, or would like to make a donation, please visit motivationalcowboy.com. And remember to have an outstanding day.